Hi everyone, I'm Scott Homan. I'm the writer and director of Witness Underground, a documentary film about a group of musicians inside of a cult. Culture of the music scene becomes an exit conduit for the people to leave this said cult.
And I'm Ryan Sutter, the proprietor of Nuclear Gopher Productions. I'm here because I am one of the featured subjects in the Witness Underground documentary because I'm a musician and artist and also the co-founder of a Jehovah's Witness independent record label back in the 90s called Nuclear Gopher, which is the source of much of what is covered in the documentary, and really excited to be able to not just have this documentary there, but also to be bringing Nuclear Gopher back into the world, bringing music out again, and getting ready to perform some of this stuff for the first time in many, many years at a showing of this awesome movie. So I'm pretty excited. I play in a band called Awkward Bodies, and I am here in the Nuclear Gopher recording studio, or at least the current iteration of it.
I also write, direct, and edited all the content season 1 and 2 of what's called XJW Coming Out, which are coming out stories of artists especially who've left the Jehovah's Witnesses and what their lives are like through that exit, what they've been up to ever since they left. It's a big transition. So if you're interested in that kind of topic, please sign up at witnessunderground.com. There's a pop-up that will allow you to sign up with your email to get news about our film, news about film festivals, because each region that we've got accepted to will have different dates and times where you can watch the film. A lot of them are virtual. There's one big one coming up. It's in person, called Sound Unseen. If you like the project, you want to support it, we're doing a special thing right now for October. So everyone through October, if you sign up for $1, you'll get the soundtrack for the XW Coming Out series, which features a band called High TV that formed after leaving the religion. And three of the 4 members are former Jehovah's Witnesses, and their music's amazing. They're a rock band. You get a download of all those songs. I think it's a 6-song EP. And for anyone who signs up at the worldly level for $20, I will send you a ticket to watch the film at the Portland Film Festival, or the Sound Unseen Film Festival is coming up. The Patreon is patreon.com XJWDOC, 6 letters. It means Ex Jehovah's Witness Documentary, XJW Doc. So the 4 film festivals that are coming up, one just started last week called Portland Film Festival. It's a big deal, really good for independent filmmakers. It runs from October 6th to November 8th. The next one that's coming up is in the middle of that festival are 2. One's called the Vinci International Film Festival at the California Film Festival. It'll be geo-blocked to here, where I'm living in California. It's 10th to the 15th of October. Peachtree Village International Film Festival is the 21st to 24th, and that's like a southeast regional. It's Georgia-based. Peachtree Village is part of near Atlanta, or part of Atlanta. So it'll be southeast regional, probably geo-blocked to Georgia, and maybe Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina, something like that. We'll get updated on that soon. And then Sound Unseen is in Minnesota in person, but also Texas as well, but virtually mid-November. So November 12th in Minneapolis, we're doing an in-person screening, which is a huge deal for us. That's easily like the most exciting thing that we've got going on coming up. It's going to be an in-person festival screening at the Women's Club, 6:30 p.m. on November 12th, a Friday night. Huge like headlining marquee event for Sound Unseen. And they really worked with us a lot over the last few months to plan that. And they've asked all the artists in the film, all these ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, to come play live. And so there's going to be 3 bands, which is super exciting. All bands that have written and performed after leaving the religion. So that features High TV, same as which I've been working with for many years, like 7 or 8 years. And then Ryan Sutter and the Awkward Bodies, which is a local Minnesota band as well. And they're playing a bunch of stuff that's never been performed live before. And also Puff Puff is getting back together, which is a really big deal. They're the special guest, which is really exciting. It's an all-female band that you can look them up, but I have the links for them. Anyway, that's a huge deal. Come out if you can, if you're in that region. And then I just launched a new teaser, so please check that out. It's a little mix of a couple things I've done before, but Portland asked us to make something that's like a Meet the Directors kind of piece. It's 1 minute long. That's fun. Really kind of wild experimental stuff I did in that. And then we're putting together a vinyl pre-sale for like a music that's in the film, original, like high quality vinyl. It takes a long time to have those mixed and also put together. But if you're interested in getting a vinyl that's like our kickoff launch of Nuclear Gopher's wing of making merch for bands, that will be this piece of vinyl that will really support the film and Nuclear Gopher's ambitious kickoff restart. That's a 2022 thing, 2022 launch. Watch out for the vinyl pre-sale. We're also doing some t-shirts that'll be on sale digitally and also in person in the Minnesota Fest. If you're listening to this, we have a weekly podcast that Ryan and I are doing. We're bringing on guests now, all their artists who are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and turns out there's a lot of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses really branched out and became amazing professional musicians and artists. So stay tuned for that. Next week we have Wesley David, and he'll probably be on as a regular guest. He's a cool guy right here. I met him in the last year here in LA. Nuclear Gopher is a really special music scene, and it's not the only one. There's a big community connection to the Chicago Jehovah's Witness music scene at the time in the 90s. I just learned about one that was like a Portland-based or Oregon, Northwest Coast-based Jehovah's Witness music scene. And what's interesting about that scene is that it's not a religious music scene, even though obviously it sounds like it's in a cult, it's in a religion. They must write things about God, but that was off limits. So it's all their music's super secular, and they had all these weird limitations on them. So they did a lot of creative stuff. So I'm super curious about learning about that one. I also just learned from the XJW Reddit about a Sydney Jehovah's Witness music scene from the same era, and some Brisbane connection. I have been reached out to by Australian former Witness bands. There's just a lot of interesting people that are coming out of the woodwork and reaching out to me. Even there's a Canadian, a Montreal artist who's reached out to me recently. We're probably going to connect with her soon. A couple of highlights in the first episode here. Ryan and I get right into it, but we talk about a really big news for the film, Witness Underground, that we hired a producer's rep. And a producer's rep is a really big deal for helping get distribution. That's been our big goal. We want this not only to get, like if I put it on YouTube, it could just die because it doesn't get any publicity. And so if you get a distribution company, they're going to put a bunch of effort into publicizing it and highlighting it because they want it to generate revenue by getting seen on any platform. By hiring Alex Noah at Blood, Sweat, Honey, which is a really, really big deal. That's the Big Lebowski connected Jeff Dowd company. And he's just really well respected in the industry. And he's been so awesome to work with so far. We just signed the contract last week, so it's a big celebration. I poured myself a couple of drinks that night last week, and it's been really busy, but also really excited that that's happening. Enjoy the show. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and there's a bell, I guess, that people are supposed to click.